My name is Jeff Dowd. I'm the lead instructor for Aikido here at the Junebug Center. We refer to our school as Aikido of Floyd. The website for that is www.aikidooffloyd.com. You're welcome to go there and gather any information that we have about Aikido and about the school, about the founder and the lineage of Aikido here in Floyd. So the basic principle of Aikido is really to love your enemy, to not hurt them. When someone is giving you an attack with a well-practiced and controlled Aikido technique, you can avoid hurting that person while still maintaining your own preservation. So that's the goal. Typically, an Aikido practice will include any number of variants on various techniques. You will learn a good bit about keeping yourself present in the moment and maintaining a martial sense about yourself. And what that means is, a very, very serious and focused approach to solving potentially violent situations. Some folks come to Aikido class not for the martial art aspect of it. Folks will come to an Aikido class for body awareness, safety in terms of posture, or what happens if you do take a fall. Probably one of the biggest benefits that I personally have gained as a practitioner of Aikido would be the times that I've actually taken what could have potentially been a bad fall out in the real world. And so having a sense of how to do that and preserve myself, I've actually avoided what I think was probably pretty close to serious injury. Many of the techniques that you saw today are techniques that take potentially years to learn, but anybody can come in off the street and start participating, even with students who are practicing at the level that you saw moments ago. You would take every attack or every fall at your own level, at your own pace. I like to emphasize going very slow at first to learn the muscle memory, to understand the basic large motor movements of a technique that would eventually over time develop into something very powerful, very powerful and self-preserving in a dangerous situation. So it doesn't cost much. If you want to take an Aikido class, we only ask for $25 a month for the adults class, $20 a month for the kids class, and then we do work. We're all also very willing to work with you, and we do have family rates too. I would never ask for a family to pay more than $40 a month. If the affordability is a blocker for you to come to Aikido class, don't let it be. Just come on out, and we'll work with you.
And the first one's always free.
And the first class is always free, says the Peanut Gallery. So Aikido is a formal Japanese martial art. And so we like to pay homage to that by showing the respect. We open the class with a formal bowing in, or some dojos would refer to that as rei in. We just line up. We do that in order of seniority of rank on the mat, and then from there we go into a kind of a routine of stretches and kind of just wake our body up, get our bodies physically ready. So those warm-up exercises can vary from dojo to dojo. So they're not the same at everyone. That's something that I've noticed over the years. After that, we'll typically go into a blending exercise where we're just trying to remember how to connect to the body of the other person. That's kind of a core fundamental in Aikido, is you got to connect to your attacker to be able to read and feel and absorb the attack and blend with it and then exercise a fundamental technique. After that, we do a little regiment of rolls and falls. That actually helps us to warm up, kind of reminds our bodies how to take a fall. And then we'll typically go into the technical portion of the class, where we pick a particular attack, or we'll pick a particular technique, and we'll just study it, drill on it, practice it, and try to perfect that. Ideally, I think it's best to go slow and then work yourself up to the end of class, where we do what other dojos would call, or what we would call a randori, where we would actually have an attack at full speed and exercise the technique that we learned for that day fundamentally Other than that, we just kind of try to mix it up and add in all the techniques over time that we've learned throughout our study. The word Aikido, it literally translates to I is harmony, Ki is kind of it refers to the energy, and Do is the way. So Aikido literally means the way of harmony and energy. So the energy is the attack, the harmony is how we receive and blend with the attack, and Do is the way that we do that without destroying our attacker. Aikido as a martial art is fundamentally available to everyone. It is said that if you can lift 20 pounds, you're good to study Aikido. Mainly, it's designed for anyone. Men, women, children can study it, although we don't do a whole lot of the joint locks and techniques on people of a younger age because their bodies and their bones are still developing. But anyone can do Aikido. It's really designed for all people of all ages. So if you want to give it a try, visit our website, www.aikidooffloyd.com. Check out our schedule. We've got a contact us form if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out. So all we're doing now, we're just warming up, letting our joints know that they're about to get worked over. So that's Ikkyo, Nikyo, Sankyo. Yankyo. Other side. And Karigaish. Shake that out a little bit. Just take care of your necks. Turn to the left. To the right. Left. Let's go up. Reach your chin up. Go down. Reach the back of your head up. Up again. Okay, right ear up. Left ear. Right ear. Left. And your favorite bobblehead baseball player. All right, let's go ahead and take these off to the side. Start off with Tenkan. We'll do just the Tenkan blend. All right. Let's do 2 apiece since we've got 2 people here. All right. Here. Good. Phil. Good. Good. You definitely want to stay connected to continue the attack around. Height. Right. All right, stay upright. Good. Good. Let's go again. This time we'll do the blend. Come on around. Find a Nikyo. All right. Come on around. right. Okay. All right, nice. Let's do another round of that. This time we'll find a Sankyo. So he'll come in here. I'm going to give him something to think about, come through, and put it right up into his center. Okay? Same thing, a Tenkan, give him something to think about. Nice, to the center. All right? Good. Appreciate you blocking that. Here. Hi. 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 Hi, that'll work. Hi. Good.
Hey, grip, kick it out. Do that.
All right. Shiho Nage. Yeah, do a Tenkan, and then when that's open up, stretch him out. Well, you got to do the Tenkan first.
On the way.
Good, nice Sankyo, but we're trying to do a Tenkan here. So we do the Tenkan blend. He comes around and gets that. Cut this out. Step through and then come into it. It's different. I get it. It's a little trickier for you because you're tall. Good. Right on through there. There it is. All right. Tenkan. All right. Good. All right. You got it? Yep. Other side. All right. Good. All right. So I'm not going to be able to take any falls, but I can certainly help you guys take falls. So let's do a little bit of warm up on the ukemi. We'll just start off with simple pivot here. All right. Come on through. Do that side, and then we'll switch to the other side. Here, here, here. Good. All right. Nice. All right. Good. So just throw each other 4 times.
I was going to say, just
Yeah, I'll just.
fake it.
Yep. Good. 2 more. Switch. Same thing, yeah. He's got to do them. All right, hold up. So when you throw him over there, you should probably move to this side of the mat to give the flow of space. Yeah. Good.
Oh.
Good. Good. All right. 2-hand grab, rotatory. Bang. Just gonna send him right over. Here. Good.
Back fall.
Back fall to the other side. All right. Good. All right, switch. So you start off right up here at the white line, and then when you throw him over there, go to that white line. Stay back and forth in there. That's good martial practice anyway. So he's got to take a back fall on that side because of his leg, his ankle. Good. Stay up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never had my balance at all.
Brief demonstration. So Mike, start off over here, right? So we want to stay martial. We want to stay present in the thing. When he comes up, I want to be here. Send him on that way, and I want to be right here when he comes back up. Unless I don't. If I want to split, if I want to get away, obviously that's an option. But to basically command the center of the space, you want to be martial and move right in on top of him.
And that's the time to make that move.
It is, especially if you have only one attacker. All right, Yokomen Tembi Nage, right? He comes in, coming up, and so easy does it, right? So, all right, give me that attack. Really come at me, right? What's this fall look like for you on that side?
I will cross it.
Okay. Right. Here. Right. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's trickier for you because you want to be nice and stay low. Just come up.
Yep.
Good.
Good?
All right. Height.
Covered.
Good. Try to breathe more when you're taking the fall too. Holding your breath on impact is not good.
I'm going a different direction.
Right there.
There it is. Yep.
You got it, but I'm not throwing him that way anymore.
So the trick about Tembi Nage, right? Do you, Mike, if you don't mind, comes in here. I can turn him, and we can go wherever I want. If I don't want to throw him into the oncoming traffic, but down into the alleys for his benefit, then I can do that. Yep. Good. That was mostly good. All up here at the foot. Step forward with that instead of trying to lunge him forward. Step forward. Good. Step forward. Something like that.
Long way up.
Yeah. That's okay. Long way up, long way down, right? Is that 4? Okay. Let's pick up the Joes. I'm sorry, the Bokens. Right? All right. So this is a part of the intermediary cool down after the warm up. All right. So we talked about this beforehand. And again, Mike, this is different from what you know. We start off with the right foot forward, right hand forward. We always weapons train with the right hand forward, right? So we'll just turn this way so you guys can see the action here. We always start off, maybe not always, but in this case, we start off with the boken extended forward. We're right about where we think our opponent's center of their neck would be. Right there. Now, as we come up, we just bring our feet back together. Don't lose your balance. Height! Step forward. And remember to bring your feet together as you come to complete this. Step back. Up. Foot goes up. Same time as the sword goes. Up. Height! Up. Height! Okay. A couple of things to think about. You're cutting here. You might naturally think that you're thinking about cutting down. If you do that, if you think down while you're cutting, your cut's going to go low, and that will leave you open for an attack. Paul Linden Sensei says, when you're cutting, even though you're cutting down, think up. So I'm going up, cutting down, but I'm thinking up. And that intention in my mind prevents this from going all the way down to the ground. Make sense? All right, so let's practice that again. Let me see a couple of these. Think up, think about your footwork. We'll talk about the hands in a minute. Okay, so
With starting that way, as long as everybody in the battle line starts that way.
so I think that the difference here is it's not real. We're not really doing kendo, or we're not really learning to fight with weapons. We start this way to kind of help us in Aikido to manage this whole concept of homolateral movement. Right foot forward, right hand forward, left foot forward, left hand forward, right. So my left hand is leading now. My right hand is leading now. Is that idea? When we do weapons work with the bokken, we really just train on the one side for the attack. It gets more interesting and more balanced when we train with Jo. I think that's why a lot of people in Aikido train with Jo, but the sword is where it's at. One thing I'm noticing for you, you're still ending up out here with a lot of play in the wrist. If you bring this, I like to bring this forearm right down to my side so that there's a natural place for the strike to stop instead of out here. Try a couple more. Better. Good. Okay. Now that's Saburi 1, and that's the very mechanical rendition of it. If you want to get more to the key side of it, you're thinking about what's happening out there at the tip of your sword. It's cutting way out there. It's not a chop. It's cutting. And so you would think of your key energy going well beyond here, maybe out across the road, like. And in that way, the cut here locally is more effective. All right, third Saburi. Same thing, we start here like so. And I'm not super good at this one yet, but I think the idea is up, foot's coming back and coming back in a nice fluid movement. And now you're ready, and then you spring like a mousetrap. Reset, bring it back, come back. Hey! So the way we practice this is your job is to try to perceive my motion. When I go, you go. Try to stay right in time with me. But it's not going to be a rhythm to it. It's going to be, you'll have to pay attention to when this thing starts to move, and you try to move with it. Okay, and then when I get down to the cut, height, and then I start to come up, you guys try to come up, try to be in sync with my motion without a rhythm. All right, so we'll start off here. Same thing, height. Height. Again. Again. Okay. Try a couple of those. Obviously, I want to watch, so you won't have to match your rhythm with my, or not my rhythm, there's no rhythm, but you won't have to match your strike with mine. But practice that. Think about all this is a fluid motion. Right about here, my feet should be more or less even, and then as my sword settles to the side, my foot goes back. Right? Okay. So this pose right here, where we're down like this, in the kids' class, I call that the dragon's tail. Okay. So let's pair up in terms of demonstration. We were talking about this before class started. So the purpose is to read when the attack is coming in. So you'll take Saburi 3, which is the one we just did here. You can do that in your own time. I will do Saburi 1, and the moment that I spring to attack for that, which I'm going to stay here until you go back.
I'm sorry, wrong-footed.
That's all right.
I went back to my...
I know, that's okay. Right? Now he's going to wait until I spring the mousetrap. Okay? So now he's understanding, as he practices this, he's learning to understand, well, Mike understands this already, but the moment that the attack comes and he is perceived, this is the attack, this is where the true intention of the attacker is coming from, now he's got an attack that he can do something with. So it's not about the sword work, it's not about the form. What it's really about is for him to explode into an action, to bring about his Aikido to blend with the form of the attack. Again, same thing.
Close my eye.
Yes, close my eye. So this time we'll do this again.
I was worried about the mirror. So
Okay. This time we'll do it again, except just for at any point, you might even just be up here and I'll spring, and then you'll have to spring. Okay. All right. So you'll start.
Yokomen
Hi. That's right. So he didn't get all the way down here, but he's still, just because he's not all the way down here, I don't have to wait in a real attack situation. I don't have to wait until he's ready. He could even come to this point. Right? So, same principle, same idea, but at the moment that he perceives the attack, it doesn't matter that he's not perfectly ready to receive the form or whatever. What he needs to do is he needs to be clearing his mind, be present in the moment of the attack. Right? Just like so. Right? Almost. You want to try this with me first?
Yes.
Okay. So, what I'll do is I'll just have you switch your feet. Right? I'm going to have you, you're going to spring the trap. First time, wait until I get all the way set. Okay, so I'm going to come up like this, and I'm going to come down and settle. Right? So you can't, I'm not over here. You still have to come towards me. Right? Let's try that again. Good, my eye. So wait for me to set the trap, and then you can, I'll set the trap and you can spring it. At your leisure. That's it. So what you're looking for, well, really what I'm looking for is when does Phil attack, right? One more time, same rules. Right, okay. Let's trade roles. So this time, you go back and you set. Switch your feet. Yep. So you go back and set. Good. Now I'm coming in. Yeah. So this is less about blocking it and more about just come up straight down with the showman. Right? Do it. Do a showman strike. Doesn't have to be blocking it. Try it again, showman strike. Right? Okay, we don't want to break our sticks or anything like that, but you get the idea. All right? Again. Reset.
Am I
Nope.
go like that?
We start here. We always start here. All right? Now set your trap. Good.
Still a little clacky.
That's okay. I don't mind a little clacky, but the chopping, like, there's an instinct there to get that incoming sword out of the way. Let's go real slow this time. Same thing. Real slow. Okay? As I come up, you come up too, and just what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to win here by just keeping the center. I got that one.
Take that.
Yeah. Right? This time, let's see if we can get you to win. Start here. It's not about the strike. It's not about the attack on the person. It's about who's got the inside of the center here, right? Reset. Set the trap. Good. At that time, who's got the center? I clearly do not have the center. You have the center. So that would be a win for you. Okay? Practice.
Or get off on.
You can do that too, but this is fine. This is a fine tuning of how can I keep command of the center while this attack is coming on. And once we do this, then we'll put these away. We'll transition to remembering this kind of an idea when we do some actual techniques. Can you two? How about you start off with 3, and you can start off with 1. Okay, relax too. Very nice. But remember to relax. It's not about cutting the other person. It's not about taking out the other guy. It's about being relaxed, focused, and settled in the moment so you can receive the springing of the trap. Very nice. Yeah, you do. I figured that might happen. All right. One more, and then switch roles.
My right.
I'll watch. I'll pay attention.
I should be going like that.
Yes.
My right.
Wait a second. Yeah, you're right.
Omni should be the same. Going
Sorry.
Yeah, because we never did this. We're always right footed.
I like it. Okay, switch roles. You take the third role, so you're the mousetrap and you're the mouse. You come back and settle into this, and then you'll spring the trap.
Starting like this.
Yep.
And the strikes the showman.
Showman strike. Yep. They're both showman strikes.
Nice. Got a line into the center. That was
Yeah.
good.
So you're doing number 1.
Yeah. Well, no.
So for the first couple, let him set it before you start the movement. Yeah. Ah, Phil, you're rocking the center line. That's nice.
And he got off. I mean, my blade was going to just touch his shoulder.
I mean, I guess I could step further.
Yeah. So try to avoid this temptation of getting off of your center line, because that leaves you open to some other things. When you're coming in, when you're here, come through, you want to end up right here on your center line. You're doing this, and it's helping you to win the center, but his next move would probably get you good, because you're off of your center line over here with the sword. If you stay on the center line, to command and win the center line, you still have to stay on your own center.
Even if I step off the line of attack, I need to keep my sword
Yep,
on my side.
yep.
But last time you kept your knot and your handle at the same place. At center.
Did you guys, both of you done 4 in each one? All right, let's do a couple more. Okay, this time you can take Sarubi 3, Saburi 3, and you can take Saburi 1. Here's the change in the rule. Okay? You can either wait for him to get settled all the way down, or at any point in time as he's coming up, you can attack, and then he's got to spring the trap early. Okay? So be careful with this one. Switch your feet. Yep, you're the mouse, and he's the mouse trap. So he's going back. And if you don't mind, come over this way. Yep. Okay? So you don't have to go right away. You can wait until he gets settled there and let it hang for 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Don't give him an opportunity to anticipate. Okay?
Do them real fast, because when you do me real fast, all I can do is block.
Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't get in there.
Hold on. Switch your feet.
Ah,
Yep.
must be the New Jersey stuff. I saw that I could have chopped, yeah.
Yeah. So there's an instinct and a reflex there to block and come around and do something else because it's happening really fast. Yeah. All right. Can you do for him the same?
Yeah.
Where you're going to be the mouse and you're going to be the mouse trap, and he's going to go back, and you can wait until he gets all the way down here, and you can make him wait a few seconds before you spring the trap, or he doesn't get this trap even all the way down here before he's got to spring it. Okay? My eye a little more though. Okay, and remember, who's the trap? You're the trap?
Yes.
As he's going back, notice that my eye is increasing, and that's good. Try not to advance in so far. Remember, this isn't about levying a strike on your opponent. It's about commanding the center here, and really the exercise is more about reading that moment when the attack becomes true. Good. Again. That's what I'm talking about. One more, and then we'll transition this into actual technique. Excellent. Yeah, we're going to work on that. That coming off the line here, it would be fine if the goal was to transition this around and come around with something else. But remember, we have a specific goal here of just trying to stay on the center. Okay? Let's put these away. Domo.
We're done for today?
Yeah, we could be done with these for the day. Ooh. All right. So, same concept, okay? So what I find is the weapons work, and I think we've talked about this before, when you bring the weapon work into the Aikido training, they kind of amplify things. I don't know what it is about having a sword that makes everything seem all the more serious, and you can perceive it and read it more, but it tends to amplify it.
And the key seems to be smoother after you've been doing sword work.
Exactly. So now that we've got that in mind, let's talk about the philosophy for a minute here. So in a typical Aikido class, we come up here and he does a grab, right, and I'll do a technique or whatever, and then maybe I'll throw him down, and he gets up, and we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again, and we go forward, we switch roles, and we go back and do it again. It becomes a rhythm to the training. And I think that's okay when you're trying to build muscle memory for the actual technique. But in an actual scenario where the person that you're dealing with now all of a sudden is hostile, and you're perceiving the hostility is building up, things are not going to happen in a rhythm. He's not going to run out and grab your hand, right? Right?
I did it once.
You did. The idea should be, let's take this and vary that a little bit. Okay? So we're going to practice that same thing that we just did with the Boken, but we're going to do it now with just whatever technique. So let's limit it to Yokomenuchi, Shomenuchi, and Ski for now. Any technique, any Yeah, any attack, any of those 3 attacks, any technique that you're comfortable with as it's coming in, and be mindful I got the mic and stuff on here.
Let's please go do the entire technique.
All the
But
way
for
to pin.
you, I will only do you on your stomach. It won't.
Yeah, I don't want to break the microphone. So, but anyway, so he's not gonna. We're not gonna have this agreement of, okay, you ready? Okay, I'm ready. And then boom, the attack happens.
You're the Nage.
I'm the Nage, you're the Uke. He's gonna give an attack, but don't give it right off, right? Right. This is an escalating, and it's a tension thing, and it's building. I'm ready for the attack. Down, right? Okay, good. Give me a different attack this time. I'm gonna have you give me 2 more attacks, and I might not. I don't know how I feel about taking falls, but give me 2 other attacks, and then the whole engagement from this point forward with these 2 attacks will be martial, whatever attack. I'm leaving him there, but I'm staying martial. Okay, don't attack right away, because I can expect that when you hop up that next attack is coming in. But I'm talking, I'm trying to de-escalate, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you get the idea? Domo?
All right.
All right, so you'll give him 4, he'll give you 4, and we'll probably do this mostly for the rest of the class. Slow attacks are fine. Slow techniques are good, because it should be more about that explosive moment when the attack comes. How do you read it? How do you blend with it? And how do you control it?
But I don't want to de-escalate.
Right. And then remember, when you're down, and that you know that stretch is coming, exhale. Enjoy it.
I think I would.
Actually, the recipe I would rather see is you can give him 4 attacks. He puts you down, he gets up, he stays martial, and you get back up, and you're not willing to stop. But you don't want to rush right into it either. You want him to be able to perceive and recognize, okay, I want to de-escalate, but as you said, I don't want to de-escalate. You're going to get up, but there might be a little bit of reprieve. There might be a spring up and bold attack, but vary it, intentionally vary it. And be willing and ready to tap. Nice. Okay. Slow this one down. Slow this one down. One more attack, and then switch. Slow this one down. Okay, switch rolls. And remember, stretch this out. When you just get thrown, you might get up and think, maybe I should reconsider this. But that guy did just throw me and humiliate me, so maybe I'm not going to reconsider this. But vary it out. So his training is nice.
Nice.
Good. Stay martial, Phil. He can attack you at any minute. Stop. I think I just figured out how to win an Aikido fight. Throw him enough times that he wears out.
One more?
Sure. Whoa. I wish I could. Well, we got that on film, right? I want to watch that one.
Way out there.
No, I did see that, but him getting you over onto your stomach was impressive. Very nice.
we kept the Koigaishi in torque all the way
There
through.
was a dead cat involved.
Yeah.
Well, very nice. It was boom and then flip, and he went right over. So, all right, catch a minute, and let's do this again. Let's try to. Yeah, let me actually have a couple with you. So, you know, escalate. Let's de-escalate. I don't want any trouble. And I always notice too, like my stance is on me. I'm ready for whatever you're going to do, and my hands are out here in a non-threatening manner. But I'm ready. Like this is the standard. This is how I learned to stand when the attack is getting ready to come, right? So I'm ready for whatever you got to do. I wish you didn't want to escalate, but it seems like you might be wanting to escalate this a little bit. But we can chill out. We don't have to keep doing this.
I bet you can do that backwards.
All right. Can't do that backwards? I don't even know what that means. That was good. You had me thinking, like, what's he talking about? So mental distraction is always good.
Mirror image.
I gotcha. Right? I'll put this foot here, prevent you from coming at me. Can you get me? With your arm? Yeah. Sure. If you like, we don't have to do this. This microphone is... Hi. You?
He needs a rest.
Okay. So similarly, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, how do you normally do this?
Me?
What's your normal stance? Right.
Police officer down. Hey, I'm
A little different.
Video school.
Hi.
Um,
So,
Protect my gun, protect my titles.
very nice. Hi. We don't have to... It worked that time. I know. Okay. The idea is I just would love for this not to to escalate, but I'm feeling the tension already. I want to be careful with this doohickey. I should have done a different technique, but right. Gotta be mindful of your ankle. Don't want you to get hurt. Right.
Girl, pushing me away.
Trying to do something a little bit different. That's the one. He's still mad at me, I can see. So you get the idea. Okay? Makes sense? You want to give him a few? So slow it down. It doesn't have to be fast. It's better if it's clean. Kaite Nage, very nice.
That was not the Aikido submission.
It wasn't, and I saw where I could have commented, but I'll hold.
I don't either. Hold on.
Nice.
We're good? You okay?
I was a little out there. Okay. All right.
I can hurt you. Yeah.
4 for him, and then we'll move on to something different. Nice. All right, I'll pause. So Phil, when you take him down outside of there, even if his body is over here, when I back off of that, or when you back off of that, try to find yourself back into the center so he's got a target to come back to. You don't really want him in the center.
I know. I thought you were going to use me to get up
Whoa,
and not in that position, please.
that could hurt. Got you. One more? One more, or is that it? I'm not familiar with that particular submission technique, though. Okay.
As long as your back's to the camera.
Yeah. So, Domo, thank you. You guys get the idea now of like what I kind of want to start working towards that a little bit. Mike and I have on Wednesday nights, we have been working also on very close techniques, what he would call his elevator techniques. I'd like to work on some of those, but not today maybe. Let's focus in on Shiho Nage a little bit. I saw quite a few of those today, and they could use a little brushing up. Mike's son, you need a moment?
Nope.
Okay.
We're just practicing.
All right, so classically we do Shiho Nage from Yokomen Strikes, at least in this dojo. Other dojos, they'll do that, they'll pick up that technique from somewhere else. Did I say Shomanuchi?
Yeah.
I meant Yokomen Strikes.
You said, I heard Yokomen.
Okay, so real slow, right? He's going to come in with his Yokomen. This atemi needs to be there because I want him going back like that. And then as this is coming through here, I don't want to stay here because this could be a knife in his hand or whatever. This is too close. We could do that and we will, right? As this comes through, I want to back out a little bit. He's off of his balance a little bit coming forward, but then I'm going to come right back in. This elbow control is happening from here. My elbows are even, right? I'm highlighting this for you, Phil. And then I'm going to transition right through here. Now, if for whatever reason he starts to like trample around or whatever, where are you going? Right? I don't really want to take a whole lot of steps here if I can help it. If he's moving hard in a different direction, he shouldn't be, because he shouldn't have his balance at this point. But really, I should just be able to bring this right down to here. And when I do so, I end up out here, diagonal off of his center. And I'll be careful with this. We don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on this here today. But I can, actually I would be this way.
What you do? Just change hands?
That's okay. You want to scoot a little closer here? I've got a little bit of pressure here, and normally I'd be holding this hand here. And he's already sensitive to it. So it's pretty brutal. But if I turn this out that way, while I'm applying some downward pressure, take it off there. He's asked for release about 6 times, and I haven't given it to him. But you get the idea. How about you? Other side, maybe? Okay. So real slow, just so I can walk and talk through this. I want this there for you while I'm connecting with this, and then I'm coming out here. I've got to command and control your elbow, but even here, my elbows are not broken here. They're the same. And I'm turning this back that way. It's giving me control here. As I enter in, coming through here. And then the idea here is right down your back. This puts me in a nice position out here. I can come out. And if you decide that you want to try to kick me or whatever, I can convince you that that's a horrible idea. Other side. All right. Picking this up. And once I get this, I'm going for a beeline right through here. I'm going to come up. I want to be upright. I don't want to be scrunched over here. I want to be upright, right down your back. Puts me in a nice position to be out here and apply this. Okay? So it might be different than what you're used to or what you know, but try to feel your way through that.
All Adini? All front.
For now, we'll do the mote or tenkan as you call. Very nice. This would be better for you is that when he goes down, if you can scoot out over here. Yeah, and let's not put that on hard. I think we all know what it feels like.
Give it a little help up.
I didn't have any. I don't have these, so maybe should I push down on the way up? Try to remember that.
Good. Yeah, you're still right there on the side of him.
Yeah.
I don't think he can really do much to you right there. The benefit is when you come out this way, what you can do for him or to him.
In Japan, we never do submission on this. So this is a third weight. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm just not thinking about it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and we don't have to crank down and put a whole lot of pressure on that wrist because, you know, people got lives to live after class.
I didn't lift myself up though.
All right, Phil,
Payback.
when you go through this, try to avoid doing this. This is your instinct, this is your go-to. Connect to it. You might have to duck under it, but come right back up and have this right here. And don't forget also, return his shoulder to his ear. Okay? So go slow and remember those things. Okay. Steps, you said?
Yeah.
You felt it? You're taking a lot of steps?
Something
I'm
I'm
used to
doing. We 3 times now we stepped.
Straight down.
I get 3 steps and then I fall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, now, before you go any farther, pivot yourself out there. Yeah. Now, don't put any pressure on him. He's obviously looking like he's... Yep. And just apply a little... Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Let him up. You're supposed to let go after the first smack, but...
Demonstration.
All right.
It only hurts when it's on.
All right, if I may. So, Mike, please, nice and easy, slow. Coming through here, I'm picking this up. I'm gonna come right on through, bring this around here. And then somewhere around here, you're getting ahead of yourself and you're like skipping something here. Settle into here and relax. He'll come straight down. Okay? So you're out here.
That's a hard fall to take slow.
Sorry about that. But there's something that's happening there where it's like you want to start walking with him and he's going to start walking with you. Just take this guy here. Exhale as you come down. And you can take a step forward as he comes down. You'll need to because he's going to go down. He's going to go down that way. But starting to walk with him in order to get him down, a little sloppy.
It's nice to have in your back pocket if for some reason you need to walk a guy out.
True.
But
It's like some sort of a Shiho Nage / cop chicken wing, move him along kind of a thing. Good. Good. Yeah, okay, good. Seemed a lot different. And what I noticed that you were hesitating to do, you can let him up. You're good. He's good. What I noticed that you were hesitating to do, like here, come in, I'm going to give him a breather. Right, yeah? What you're hesitating to do, you're coming through here, and this is all good. But what you're hesitating to do, you're staying faced out that way, and you're trying to control this technique here. Turn, give him his elbow right back, and you're right there. Okay. So, Mike, if you would, and I'm going to tell you when, turn your hips, and you'll turn them right in towards him. Turn your hips towards him. Now you've got it. Straight down, nice and easy. Okay? Did that feel different, Mike?
yeah, I was falling either way. But that was a
Yeah.
smooth fall.
Yeah,
It happened more quickly.
exactly. You're putting him back onto your center, and in that way, like if he's over here, but your center's out over here, and you start to try and take him down, you don't have control over his center, so his center stays up over his knees, and he's still vertical, so you're just moving him this way, and he doesn't actually go down until you turn here. I think is what I saw. So, a couple more. Yep. That's it. Wood floor. Good. Good. Same thing, Mike. You could turn your center towards him a little bit more and then control him down. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think that really plays a lot into how much you're securing the person's elbow. So, to kind of put the exclamation point at the end of that, if you're in the alley and you're facing away from him, do you mind? I'm gonna try not to hurt you. Coming through here. If I'm out here like this and I'm in the alley and my center's facing over here, I could break his arm.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Right?
That's the alley technique.
That's this life and death situation here.
Not the Aikido frame technique.
Right. You're at the party and your drunk uncle is getting a little frosty. Connect him and lay him down gently. Guy in the alley, you might do something different. I don't know.
We only did the submission if the guy had a knife in his hand. Other than that, it's drop him and back off.
Well, yeah. There's another one too, but we'll do the Ura version here in a moment. Yep.
That's a powerful move.
Shiho Nage.
That's submission.
How many times are you gonna make him tap?
You need that too.
I've noticed as you're starting to get up, you're keeping my elbow under control.
Yeah.
Even when you're not using it to get up.
I would say that's,
It's like,
well, you can't just let it go and then get up, because from a martial sense, if I'm down here like this and if I let it go to get up, you could attack, because you are on your back for this, right? But if I'm here, you have to have a pretty controlled
Yeah, I'm all.
escape out of there.
I don't want you getting my pistol as I'm standing up.
right.
Of course, we don't do that in Aikido, but still, that's everything on the ground. I'm thinking about my pistol, keeping my pistol on my body. But you're gonna make a flip. Good.
Is that a slap?
No.
That one is.
That's subconscious.
So you don't have to stay on the elbow, right? Mike, do you mind?
Is that left-handed?
Sure. Here, I don't have to stay right here. I've got this, and then go ahead and tap. Submission, right? I don't have to stay here as I'm getting up. I can keep this, right? And I can evade. But I want to keep that control until I'm ready to go.
I think it's just natural as we're letting go. I think we all put a little torque on it. Just a little.
So down in Roanoke,
Which is a absolute legitimate law enforcement technique.
it's Aikido. It's an Aikido thing too.
As soon as you hurt them for just a second, you can get away.
Yeah. In terms of an Aikido technique, if you get them over and you get them onto their stomach, put 3 palms up on them or any of the other submission pins, put that hand on their back, and you use their body cavity to push the air out as you're getting up, because they have to take a breath before they can, exert themselves and get up again. So, nasty guy in the alley, you can smash that guy all day long. In Aikido, we don't want to stay on top of that because we want people to keep training with us. So that was Shiho Nage Irimi, or Amote. Amote, Irimi Nage, same thing. Shiho Nage, please. Hi. Same thing. I'm coming out here, but I'm not going to go this direction right across here. I'm actually just going to come right through here. I'm trying to keep this here. Same thing. Everything here is the same. I can keep that there, or I can keep this here as I get a knee up. This actually feels a little more comfortable. I don't have to put any pressure on there. Put my hand up here and then come up off of it. Okay, one more from the other side. Here. Almost went the wrong way. And And this time I'm going around the back side of him. Same thing with my elbows. Everything's staying right up here in front. And I'm moving over here to this position and applying the technique. This time I didn't even put a knee down. I might have done this before. I stayed here the whole time. I can just come up and come off of it. Phil? Okay. All basic Aikido principles apply. Height. Want to get here. Notice that I'm not here. I'm here. There's a big difference in what your body structure and balance is happening right now. I'm around here. Turn my center onto you, and I just bring this right down to here. This time I ended up with both knees on the ground. So I can leave this here like this and not apply that risky elbow thing here, and I come on out. Other side. All right. Straight on around. Did I? Maybe I looked like I did. I didn't feel like I did, but I may have, and whatever. Okay. So Shiho Nage, Yokomen Shiho Nage, Ura, or Tenkan, as Mike calls it.
That was a natural walk. That's what he was giving me.
Let's do a little something different on the pin. So we did the pin, the submission pin before. This time, just throw them. That's typically what we would do. Right. I hold up. Let's try to remember the principle of build the tension for the attack. Don't let it turn into a rhythm, because in real combat, it's not really going to be a rhythm. Don't throw them into the wall or on the wood. Very nice. You all right?
Yeah. I wear knee pads, so when his knee on my toe hurt.
Oh.
That's okay. How's that for? Yeah.
All right. Oh, just throw them. You don't have to do the pin this time. So, do you mind?
Nope.
Pay attention to this. Yep. So he comes in. If my head is constantly turning this way, I'm not really, and you get under here, this isn't setting up the way that I expect it to. One elbow's higher than the other, okay? If he comes in, I don't really have to look at him at all when I come through and do the technique. So think about where you're going, not about where he is or where you've been. Very nice. Outside.
Here, that shoulder back. Spin the other. There you go. Yes.
So don't look at him though while you kick that off. Yeah. So try to do that in one fluid motion. Turn your head. Throw him. Yeah. I didn't catch it. I'm watching your head, trying to see which direction you're turning. To the outside.
Yeah, close with me as you're turning outside. There you go. Look the other way. Close. Get there. You're right next to the hip dip. There you go.
Okay, just like that, but don't keep your eyes on him. I know he's a handsome man, but
I still got my looks, old man.
turn it. There it is. Okay, did that feel different? Because it looked different.
Yeah, you own me from the
Okay,
elbow.
and do we know why that? We know why that happens, right? 'Cause if you're turned back this way, the corkscrew of my body is going this way, and if I'm trying to turn, if I'm doing this while I'm trying to keep an eye on him, I'm not utilizing my entire core in order to be able to develop the technique. Technique comes around, I've got him. I don't need to see his face anymore because I've already got the connection. Now I just need to be becoming aware of whatever else is going around me, and I can move into it and put it down. Do you want to try one more? I just want to reinforce that. Remember, don't look at him. Right? Good. Turn your head. Turn your head. Good. Bring it right back on your center. And you want to take this right down between his own shoulder blades.
One more.
Which means that you've got to be close to him. You all right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we can do that in a minute, yeah. I think he wanted one
Oh,
more.
no, I was joking.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't want to belabor the point.
We have a guess. We should give her lots of slice and dice and top.
All right. Right, so we were talking about weapons work before. I'll just take that out. Similar thing. So let's stick with the same thing, right? This changes the dynamic of the attack entirely because I'm no longer really worried about too much else except the edge of that knife. Height. So when he, oh, I thought we were doing Shiho Nage, but I guess we can do it from here. Let's try that again. I was expecting a Yokomen.
Temple.
Yeah, same thing, but now I've got to make sure that I command and control that the whole way through. Give him back his ear, and out here he's going to release that knife. So with the knife involved, that technique, that submission point right there, becomes much more important because he has to open his hand, and when your hand is down there like that, he can't not open it if you're pushing on it correctly. Almost. I don't want to mess around with this at all. I'm actually, let me take this out for just a second. Come on in. I might not be controlling this quite so much without the knife, or I might be a little less aggressive about controlling it. The knife involved, I'm picking that up early on. I might even take it from him before he hits the ground. All right. One other point. Do you want to take a break and let him do some attacks? All right, one other point here. Okay. Bring it in. If I'm not careful about this distance here, I'm really just doing myself in. Notice my elbows are pulled in. We're too close. So I do this. There's two reasons. One reason is I don't want to be close to that blade. The other reason, I'm already getting his balance even out here. Okay? So there are techniques where you want to be right inside. Same attack, yep. Right. I might do a sumio toshi on that. Just take it out.
And the Aikido test, you're going to have to do it with the sword.
Yeah.
So you've got to have a little bit of space when you transition in the
Right.
blade's edge.
Yeah. So I think with the sword involved, I think I would be going inside more, because if the sword is involved, I'm gonna be all weaponed up here. Right. If you would. Right.
And that's not religious. This is respecting the Aikido people that went before us.
So with the sword involved, I'm going to try to do. Huh? Yokomen, please. There is no safe distance outside of the sword here like that. I'm going to get cut. With the sword involved, I want to go right on into the inside, I think. If there are techniques where I can get away with being on the outside of it, I don't think there are any for showmen. Maybe there are. I just don't know them. I'm sorry, with Yokomen. But you get the idea, right? The sword is a whole, it's too much. I can't put that much distance in between me and him with my arms and his arms. This is longer than my arms. Right? Okay. All right. So let's practice with this one a little bit. Okay. Yokomen Strikes. Okay. If I don't get out of the way and his attack continues through here, he's going to open me up. He's going to get a good cut on me. And I don't want that. I want to keep this out here as I'm traveling around through the maneuver. Okay? Not necessary to do a pin or a throw. Come in with this one again. Okay. Just practice that safe distance. Let's do a few attacks back and forth, you two guys. A few attacks back and forth like that. Keep that out of the way. And remember, the better connected you are to the attacker, the more you're stealing his balance throughout that whole thing too. Did you have any questions?
I was wondering if maybe before you leave, I could just have you kind of just explain some of the
Sure.
things you did.
Sure. All right, let me see that one again. Okay. You must have known what I was going to say. Shiho Nage doesn't work. Do you mind? Shiho Nage does not work too good if I'm all the way out here, because, right? So it really is coming through here. I got to think. I got to come right up on top of him, be able to blend in with that technique and command the center for that one. If you don't command the center, better, yeah, right? And then take a moment when you get around there, take a moment and return his elbow to him, and then take it down, take this down his back. Turn your hips to him. There it is. Yeah. Right, okay, so this point of the exercise, with the knife, you would go and do the pin. What you're focusing on here is when that strike comes, when the attack comes, is my eye good enough to keep me from getting slashed? Couple more, do them again. Yep. That's good. You can turn the weapon back on them. The other thing to remember too is if you're trying to do a takeaway, right? Come in. I get into here and I'm coming through here and I'm coming around to do this takeaway, but somehow I'm ending up on here. I'm not encouraging him to let go of the knife, right? I'm actually encouraging him to hold on to it. So if you end up here, you gotta have to trust and basically find a way to let him release the knife, right?
As soon as you twisted it, I couldn't keep those fingers on.
Right. Turn your hips towards him, right? So you're out here like this. Your hips are off over here, and he's over here, and you're turning. So you're compromising your core. You turn your hips to him. All the core strength that you have. Nice. Turn them towards him, and then right down his. Yeah, that's good. It's all about, really, the exercise here is about the distance between your leg and your belly and the blade.
You got the knife. I can't hold it.
All right, we good on that? Good? All right. We got 5 minutes left. Do you guys want to call it, or do you want to?
Let's call it. We went.
What we were talking about before. So, not attack, 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 attack. I've got to be able to keep an eye on two people at the same time. Either one of you can attack and come in and do anything. And so even if I've got even if I've got mine down here, you can come up and give me one of those, around the back kind of attacks. And let's just see how that goes.
For each.
It's flow. How do you Last one. One more. Put it down. Hi.
Oh,
Very good. All right, we'll go ahead and conclude class.
I can't fix it any better. It's speed up. I had to take your falls. Nice. Domo. Arigato gozaimasu. Feel something. Domo.
That's the class.